Hi, my name's Ella. I'm from Pure Mentoring, and today I'm going to teach you how to put snow chains on your car.
So first we're going to determine if your car is front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. And if you have front-wheel drive, you're going to put the chains on the front two tires, and if you have rear-wheel drive, they're going to be on the back two tires. Our next step is going to be determining what size tire you have, because depending on your tire size, it depends on the type of chains you buy. So make sure you get the right size for your car. Our next step is going to be taking the chains out of the bag and laying them flat on the ground to make sure they're not tangled. You're going to want the long flat parts on the back end, and you're going to have the hooks on the front laying downwards, so when you put them onto your tires, they're all facing the right way. And then you're going to repeat the same thing with the other chain, just to make your process a little easier. Our next step is going to be putting the chains onto the tire. You're going to want to put them on the same way you had them on the ground, with the hook facing downwards and the flat parts on the back. Make sure you had them on all the way around your tire, nice and snug. After you made sure your chains are all the way on your tires, you're going to hook the first one, not super tight because you're going to want to be able to reach the back one and not have the front one pulling it. And a little tip I learned was, if you get into the car, turn it back on and turn your tire all the way out. It's going to be a lot easier for you to hook that back one. And now you can see you have a lot more room to reach back there and make sure you're hooking it on right. And here's a little close-up to make sure you're hooking your chains together correctly. And now we're on to step 5. We're going to make sure we hook those on nice and snug now that both are hooked in, and make sure that we hook the same amount of notches on both sides so they're even, and then just make sure there's no tangles or anything throughout the tire. And our final last step is to put the bungee cord onto the tires and just make sure the chains aren't going to move around too much. This might be a little hard, you are going to have to pull hard onto it, but the more snug the more better. And then to take the chains off, you're going to just unhook them on both sides and then pull the whole chain off. And some last little rules for chains: make sure you're not driving above 30 miles per hour, and check your chains to make sure they're not too tight or too loose, because that could damage your tires. I hope this video helped you, and I hope you're able to put your own chains on now.